So, welcome to my YouTube channel. So, I want to explain to you. I know you are in school and you are thinking, after this stage, what's the next thing? I mean, after, when do I go for internship? Where can I work? What are the salary structures? I mean, well, I will start by saying the pharmacy in pharmacy school is completely different from the practice. I will not lie to you. We are not writing lab notes here. Though you have to write lab notes to get here, but it's actually completely different from the practice. I mean, what you are going through now is a stage, but the notes you are, your lab, the long hours of lab, and not all those things will equip you with time management. That's one of the things you learn that will help you with the practice. Well, before I go into the types of pharmacy practice that we have, please, I know they must have taught you, but they taught you the theory. I want to tell you this is not scripted. I used to write my videos. I'm telling you from experience. So I'm telling you as somebody that is on site. So you are hearing a testimony from on site. I'm in the feed now. So I'm giving you a full report. So first thing is that if you can learn a skill in school, please do. Data analysis, all this internet, IT, copywriting. Please learn. So please learn. If you can learn a skill, please learn a skill in school. Do you know why? Because if you learn a skill in school, it gives you the opportunity to be financially independent. If you find yourself in community pharmacist owner will frustrate you. Forget it. There is no righteous one. There is no righteous one. I am working in Ibadan. I have friends that work in Lagos. So we have connect. At least I have friends that are in Abia, some in Bayelsa. So we have seen them all over. So they will frustrate you. Community. Let me start. So where can you work as a pharmacist? Immediately after your induction, you are entering a new world. So you carry your internship letter, you be going all around. Well, HMB is the best place you can do your internship. I mean, all this hospital management board, they will put in an hospital internship. But the disadvantage with doing an internship in hospital is that you won't really know much about medications except you devote yourself to learning medications. So you won't learn more, you won't know much. All you just do is that you compound, you will know, but you can't compare it to being a community pharmacist where you consult a patient. You have to know as much as possible medications in your head. So the regular picture of pharmacy we have in Nigeria is a picture of people can call you, hello fam, hey, I have a sister, she's feeling this, and they want you to prescribe medication immediately. So in that position, you might not be that sound. If you work in the hospital, you might not be that sound, but any other way you'll be sound. But internship in the hospital is the best because your salary is government that is paying your salary, is cool. So after your internship, but sometimes HMBs in Nigeria is with connection. So if you are like me that don't have anybody except God, just check your book for accredited centers, go to a few of them. But before you go, make sure you have a senior colleague. That's where mentorship comes in. You need mentorship. You need mentors, people to tell you that this pharmacy is that, because there are wicked community pharmacists. Wicked. All over. And there's nothing regulatory bodies are doing about it. I'm telling you this thing now. I'm not scaring you. I'm just telling you that come out from pharmacy school not only with your degree, but with also your sense. Be smart, my brother. Be smart. The niche of pharmacy I'm practicing now, this online thing, God gave me the grace to create it myself. So the school has equipped us with the ability to do as much as possible. So let me leave theory. Let me just run through. We have community pharmacy. There's one thing about community pharmacy where if you're a starter, your salary is 150, 200. If you are NYC, after NYC another 250. If you know how to negotiate and all that, maybe say 300. Now, if you are working on locum, some is 1,000 per hour, some is 1,200 per hour. Now, you want to consider how many hours are you working per day. Pharmacy is a kind of work that will not allow you to have friends, it will not allow you to have time, because you'll be working virtually every day, except from the days you have off, which are not much. Some pharmacies open on Sunday. Somebody like me that is a religious freak, I love God so much, I don't work on Sunday. That's why I left where I was working before. These are some of the issues. So community pharmacies, now the problem is that community pharmacy owner, as a business owner, don't want to run at loss. I mean, they don't want to run at any loss. I'm saying it to all of them. They watch this video. They don't want to run at any loss. They deduct expiry from your salary. They did it for me. Yeah, I was working before. That's why I left. If a medication should expire, no, we understand that as a pharmacist, your primary aim that certain medications should not expire. We want to talk about basic antibiotics, basic anti-malaria, but some people are now wicked that they start deducting antihypertensive medications like oxytocin, medications like misoprostol, things that you cannot prescribe for people except they come with prescription. That is now wickedness. So how do you want him to do it? Swallow it. But they don't care. So they deduct by expiry drug. If a medical missing item, if you are working in a big store and there's no how you will not recover missing item, they deduct it from your salary. So at the end of the day, they place you on 250 salary, you might be going home with 150 at the end of the month, and you are working from, some people start 7 a.m. to 4, some people, it depends on the hour, but trust me, it's not easy hour. It's stressful. I'm not discouraging you. I'm just telling you the length and breadth so that before you leave that school, follow your guys talk. Bro, I'm not saying you should learn illegal stuff. I don't support Yahoo, but learn data analysis. There are a lot of, learn freelance, learn copywriting. There are a lot of things that give you money. If you're I have guys that are using car before they even start working for. Plenty of my classmates are not even working in any community pharmacy. They have money to start their own. And where did they get the money? They learned how to make that money from pharmacy school. Do you get the idea? I'm telling you this as somebody that is already on site. See, apart from the fact that they will put a target on you, if you don't meet the target, that's another thing. If you meet the target, that's community pharmacy. But the good thing is that you get to meet a lot of people. You are sound. I mean, when you hear me speak, I thank God. I had to learn on the side. That's a topic for another day. So we have hospital pharmacy. You work in the hospital. Your salary is not delayed. Nobody they deduct unnecessary deductions from your salary. That's for hospital pharmacy. But if it's not internship now, if it is real work now, you know how Nigeria is. You have to know somebody that knows somebody that knows somebody. But if God has given you that connection, then I think hospital is cool. Just be cashing out. The work hours are not stressful. Then the industry pharmacy, almost the same thing with community pharmacy. Industry owners, they don't deduct salary. Some people deduct for late coming. Community pharmacy will still deduct for late coming, making 3 deductions. Industry pharmacy, they deduct for late coming. I have friends working. So if I'm talking to you, I'm not talking from the book. These things they will not teach in pharmacy school. I'm just telling you so that passion is not enough to make decisions. You could have passion and still be poor. We're in 2025. Open your eyes. Learn a skill before you leave school. If you can multitask and you know how to go about it, that it won't affect your academics. Well, being a decision student is good, but that might not make you successful. I'm not saying you can be. I have a lot of seniors that were distinction students. I wasn't a distinction student. I had a lot of seniors that they were distinction students and they are very successful. But if you know that chasing decision will not make you get other skills, learn skills and still pass very well. If you can get distinction, fine. If you can't get distinction, okay, still pass very well. So please, that's it. So learn skill. That's the essence of this video. So industry pharmacy is good too. You are the one that is, you check the compounding, you check everything. They don't deduct much, but the salary does not make sense. Sometimes some people 150, some people 200. I mean, Nigeria of today, 30 days. Before you even see that 150, 200, depending on the pharmacy. I mean, if you are working with high reputable pharmacy like all these M&B and the like, your salaries could be way higher. Then there is the academics, the lecturing. Lecturing, you have to do your masters. You start from assistant lecturer to lecturer. From assistant lecturer, how much is your salary? You know the kind of workload. You know how many times ASU go on strike. I don't have to say much than that. You understand how it works with our lecturers. So, some of us actually feel like if you are a business person, pharmacy is the right place for you to be. But the money in pharmacy is if you have your capital to start your own community pharmacy. I mean, I have my own pharmacy. Yes, when I left where I was working, God gave me the grace to open. But here in Ibadan. But that's not where I'm going. Let's leave off that one. I'm going to do another video on how to go about owning a pharmacy in Nigeria, but that's later. But I just want to tell you now. So, academy research is cool. And it's why that I'm just giving you a broad scope. You know how much salary? I don't want to talk about salaries, but you know that before you start getting a reasonable pay, you have to be doctor, professor, and above. You see now, so if they are paying them well, why are they not going on strike? It's the reality of the country we are in now. So you can also work in the regulatory and public health pharmacy. Regulatory bodies are the NAFDAC, the WHO, the PCN. They pay them well, actually. But working with federal here, apart from meeting the criteria, you also have to meet the meters. You understand what I'm saying? So now, what they taught us in theory in school that you can work here, you can work here. Now I'm telling you the reality. Pharmacy school is where you can learn everything you need to be whosoever you want to be. Please talk to guys. Guys, what is the legal thing that is giving you dollars? Legal. Learn before you leave school. I'm begging you, Gosling. Learn. If it's copywriting, so that when the money in community pharmacy is there if you are the owner of the pharmacy. If you are not the owner of the pharmacy, well, save, do a lot of things, but they will frustrate you. You won't have time to. Pharmacy is so designed. That's why, all these long hours laboratory that you are going for, pharmacy is so designed. That's how you work. That's your working hour. That's how your working hour is. So it's good you get used to those labs so that by the time you are working, sometimes I leave home as early as 7, I come back late at night, 9. I will still go for online consultation. I mean, online. People message me online, talk to me online. It's the reality of the country we are. I know we'll get there someday. Pharmacy is a brilliant profession. Pharmacy is a good, fulfilling profession. They might tell you that, are you studying pharmacy because of money? You are supposed to study because of poverty. Abi, there's nothing you are doing, even if you are fulfilling purpose, bro, you must still be able to afford the basic things. So, you can work anywhere, but just know that you already build the purchasing power before. I can tell you now, how much money I make is more than my salary. And it's purely legal. It's legal. Right, freelance, Fiverr, copyright, right. And do assignment for people in UK. I have friends that pharmacists that's what they do. And they get paid. So they just go to work to learn about the practice. So it's the reality of where we are now, as of now. So the pharmacy school will teach you everything you need to know. But the summary of this video is that please, you have to be smart. You have to be very smart, even from school. So when you get out, you go for your internship, connect with people in NYC camp, learn from people. Learn from people. One thing that is going to give you leverage in this profession is that please connect. Don't be proud. Being proud will not make you have anything. You won't learn. Boys will hide, legal updates from you. I keep on saying legal. So boys will hide legal updates from you. So follow boys talk, rub minds with people. I even have classmates that are designing websites. Yeah, I have classmates. They are codes and they are making their money. Coding is legal in Nigeria, bro. So where I'm going in essence is that the practice is completely different from the school, and the money you see does not worth the stress. But you just have to do it for free purpose. It's like that in every other. But so that you not find yourself in a difficult situation. It's a noble profession, but you have to get to the top. Wherever you find yourself, community, hospital, industrial, academy, regulatory, online, you have to get to the top before you can start earning. And by that time, you have gray hairs. That's not the life you want to live. Because I know what I was thinking when I was in school. Bro, learn before you leave pharmacy school. Learn. Go to guys in medical school, those ones, they know how to juggle things together. Learn. Follow boys talk. If you're in part 1 and good, one thing is important. Your academic is priority 1. Priority 2 is that you must learn a skill. It's as important as a degree. In those days, they will tell you your degree is enough. It's in those days. Now it's not enough, bro. Learn. That's that. I'm going to do another video on if you have capital, how can you start up a small pharmacy and you now grow it to become something big. If you're into community settings, if you have your own pharmacy, 90% of the problem is solved though. But setting up to is not easy. So watch the part 2 of this video for that. Have a nice day. Thank you. Please don't forget to subscribe.